What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia, and I hope everyone's having a blessed evening, morning, afternoon. I don't even know what time it is because it's so late right now. This video is going to be my reaction video to the Nintendo Switch presentation that just took place. I'm going to have a little bit more in-depth video tomorrow, but this is going to be my reaction to the whole entire Nintendo Switch. Okay. We already knew a lot of things about the Nintendo Switch, but they actually gave us a lot more information and actually gave us some game reveals. So this is going to be more of a quick honorable mention, gripes, complaints, things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started right now. First, the Nintendo Switch is going to be $299.99. You can keep the penny. Wait, no, actually you can't because it's $299.99 and 1/10 of a penny. How do you even cut that up? Do you just like, I don't even know. I wish they would stop doing that. Just say it's $300. I don't know why you try to make it seem like my brain is supposed to think something else. Okay, so it's going to be $299. Not what we were expecting. I was expecting maybe $250, $300. You know, I'll actually let them slide with the $300 for these particular reasons. One, they are giving you a lot of cool stuff. I can't say that this was a bad reveal. It wasn't. Slow at times, not quite as flashy as Nintendo and as Sony and Microsoft, not quite as flashy as them, but this presentation was actually pretty good. It was very fast paced. It kept a lot of stuff going. I didn't like the whole, it's like, hey, I don't even know. Okay, so this thing is supposed to be dropping March 3rd. That is actually a pretty good day. That's actually sooner than we all thought. We all thought it was going to be like March 17th. So no, it's going to be March 3rd. They didn't give us any real specs. They didn't really say anything. But they did give us some more information about the battery life, which is, sadly to say, quite putrid. Okay, one of the type of things that they have with the whole entire battery life is 2.5 to 6.5 hours, depending on what game you're playing. So if you're playing a game like Pong, maybe you can get 6.5 hours. Pretty much every other game that you want to play is probably going to be 2.5 hours. That is bad for a mobile device. My son's 3DS gets way more battery than that. I'm sorry, it actually lasts for quite a bit. This is pretty bad. I will actually say that they have some cool features that you can charge while playing, which is a smart idea. It's going to have Wi-Fi. It does give you the ability to connect 8 systems together all at the same time. That is pretty cool. It's got like a Wi-Fi LAN thing. That's actually pretty cool. They actually tried to make the modes different. It has 3 modes. Looks like it has TV mode, where you have it hooked up to your TV in a docking station. Tabletop mode, where you have it up on a kickstand. And then handheld mode, which is basically tabletop mode with the little flippy thing down. Because you can hold it in your hand, and then you take the things off, and then now it's a different mode. I don't really see the difference in the modes, but I understand what you're trying to do. I will say this, that they started the whole entire presentation with a whole lot of innovation. They did. They said they took every system that they've ever made and lumped them all together in one giant ball and made a Nintendo Switch. I can see how they did that. And then with the whole entire innovation thing, I will actually give them credit for that, because a lot of things that they did talk about, like with the first thumbstick controller and the first shocking controller, the first motion controllers, they did a lot of firsts. Nintendo is definitely pioneered a lot of cool things. I will not hate on that. They actually have. I gotta give them credit. Credit's due. That's about it. Okay, now moving on from that, it does look like it does come with the multiple colors of the controllers. It's gonna be red and blue. It looks like it has rumble vibrating controllers, which is actually really cool, because it looks like each one has this individual function to become one solid controller. With the exception of me going into depth with all the little tiny things like that, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more information about the games. Honorable mention game that they actually have. Okay, looks like they are going to have 1-2 Switch. I'm interested in it. It's a game where you're not looking at the controller, you're just looking at each other, and you're like, draw, and you just look at the person in front of you. It looks interesting, but the commercial was very wacky. It was very wacky. They did a whole lot of live action, switched over to whatever else they wanted to do. Looks kind of weird, but it does look quite interesting. I say the most interesting game I saw in the whole entire Nintendo Switch presentation was ARMS. That game looks good. It looks good. Looks real good. Really interesting controller type where you slide and then you do punches with these little slingshot boomerang arms. I like that. I'm gonna get that. I like it. Splatoon 2. My son's gonna flip because he likes Splatoon. He plays it all the time. So yes, he's gonna flip over that. My next highest one is Mario Odyssey. I'm not gonna lie. I don't generally play a Mario game in a while, but Mario Odyssey actually looks really good. It's completely different. He's in a city. He's got cool hats and he jumps on the hats, and it's the same typical Mario girl got kidnapped drama. Mostly I say that because her security pretty much sucks to be getting kidnapped all the time. Maybe you should hire some people in your own kingdom. I don't know. But I will say this, that game actually looks really good. Really sharp, really original, different idea with the way they're actually doing it. Xenoblade 2 actually looked halfway decent. And that's pretty much it on my highest games. Of course, you got all the FIFAs and the LIFAs and all the other third-party games. Some games, they didn't even talk about the names of them. They just said, picture. That's all you need to know. Shut up. Have a nice day. But yeah, it looks like in Japan you can pre-order starting January 21st. I don't know what it is in North America, but it looks like January 21st. I have been refreshing all my stuff. I have saw nothing. If it is on January 21st, that is going to be a sucky day because everything's going to crash. They mentioned nothing about North America. You know us, the biggest consumers of all your stuff. You know Europe, you know the biggest consumers of all your stuff. No, they just said Japan. January 21st. That's basically what we know about a Nintendo Switch. I will be giving you guys more detailed information in another video tomorrow. But yeah, overall, I will have to say that this thing is actually pretty good. Looks like a pretty good system. However, I have not seen not one game that they put on there with graphics beyond a PlayStation 2. Not lying. Look at the presentation. With the exception of like Zelda, even those aren't graphical powerhouses, but they're not going for graphics. They're going for fun. I know games are supposed to be like a part-time job, but yes, this is actually impressive. I don't know if it's $399 and a tenth of a penny impressive, but it is definitely impressive enough and is very innovative, but is not a graphical powerhouse. I can't see any game that looks futuristic. I can't. How can you have PlayStation 2 come out here, Xbox One, and then you got Pro and Scorpio, and then you got this one wedged in the middle, but the graphics are still back here in the PlayStation 3, 2, Xbox 360 range. I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest shortcomings, but again, we have to see all the specs. Again, I have not seen anything that is beyond 10 years old in graphics. I'm sorry, I just haven't. But overall, I was very impressed with it. It does look like a pretty good thing. I am going to go get it. So that's all the news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. And I'll holler at y'all tomorrow because I'm going to be doing another video about this, which is going to be a lot more detailed.